Chapter 9. Growing Plants. In this chapter, you will learn about importance of plants, conditions necessary for germination, dispersal of seeds, germination, growing without seeds, plants from distant places. Factoid. Sometimes new plants grow when seeds are sown in the soil, and sometimes they grow simply from another plant part. Plants are the most essential part of our life. We depend directly or indirectly on them for many things. Like humans and animals, plants need both water and nutrients to survive. The plants use water to carry moisture and nutrients back and forth between the roots and leaves. Water as well as nutrients are taken up through the roots from the soil. In this way, plants grow and flourish. Let's see and understand the foremost step of growing: a plant germination. When we sow seeds in the fertile soil and water them regularly, we see small baby plants appearing from them after some days. This process of growing plants from seeds is called germination. Most of the plants take birth from seeds. A seed is a part of a plant which reproduces into a similar plant in the availability of suitable conditions. The seed contains the embryo or the baby plant. It is covered by a seed coat which has two layers, the outer testa and the inner tegmen for protection. The embryo consists of one or two tiny seed leaves called root and the tiny stem called the plumule. The radicle grows into a root that begins absorbing water and minerals. The plumule grows into a shoot that produces leaves. Once the leaves have formed, they start making their own food through photosynthesis. Conditions necessary for germination. The following three conditions are important for germination. Water. Water is very important for the growth of plants. It helps to soften the seed coat so that embryo can come out of the seed when it is grown. It also changes the food stored in the seed into a soluble form so that it can be used by the seedling. Do you know? The young plants that develop from seeds are called seedlings. Air is essential as seeds or plants require fresh air to grow. They take in carbon dioxide for their food preparation and give off oxygen to us. Sunlight. All plants require sunlight as it is used as energy for making food. If they do not get proper light, they become weak and look saggy. Growing without seeds. Some plants can be grown without seeds. They reproduce through different parts such as root, stem, or leaf. This type of reproduction is called vegetative reproduction. Kavya, Kanu, and Mahi used root, stem, and leaf respectively to grow new plants. Kavya took the root of sweet potato and buried it into the kitchen garden. Kanu took the stem of onion and buried it into the kitchen garden. Mahi took the leaves of bryophyllum and buried it into a container. They watered them regularly. After some time, plants of sweet potato, onion, and bryophyllum appeared. Dispersal of seeds. Dispersal is the scattering of seeds to far-off places from the parent plants. Seeds disperse so that they get enough water, air, sunlight, and space to grow into new plants. Seeds are dispersed by the following agents. Air. Light-weighted and small seeds are dispersed by wind. The seeds of dandelion, cotton, hiptage, and drumstick fruit have wings on them and are carried away by wind to far-off places. Water. Seeds and fruits of the plants that grow near water are carried away by water. The fruits and seeds of such plants have spongy or fibrous outer covering that helps them to float in water. Seeds of lotus, hydrilla, water lily, coconut, etc. are dispersed by water. Animals. They help in seed dispersal in several ways. Some of them are listed below. Human beings and animals eat fruits like cherries and throw away the seeds. Some seeds with hooks and spikes stick to the hairy skin of animals and are carried away. Birds swallow some seeds which come out unharmed in their droppings. Some plants produce their seeds inside fleshy fruits which are later eaten by animals. The fruit gets digested by the animals, but the seeds pass through the digestive tract and are scattered in form of droppings at various other locations. Some animals like squirrels bury seeds to save them for later use, but may not return to get the seeds. These seeds grow into new plants. Explosion. Some plants have unique ways to disperse their seeds. Several kinds of plants shoot seeds out of the pods while ripening and thus scatter the seeds. Peas, beans, poppy, balsam, etc. are dispersed by explosion. Plants from distant places. All plants do not have their origin in India. They belong to distant places and have become popular here. For example, maize originated in Central America and chrysanthemum, a kind of flower, originated in China. Limelight. Plants and trees are often called our green friends. They help in maintaining balance on our earth. But many human activities hamper the growth and survival of plants and trees, like pruning of trees to make way for electric wires, cementing of ground around trees, cutting of trees and even forests to construct dams, buildings, etc. Keywords: germination, process of growing plants from seeds; dispersal, spreading or diffusion; embryo, a young plant in the very early stages of development or before coming out of a seed;